Alright, so the original idea for this video was going to be a proper UFC 279 prediction video until Khamzat Chimaev missed weight by 7.5 pounds over the welterweight limit yesterday at the official weigh-ins. Now, following the craziest turn of events in UFC history, we have a huge main event to look forward to in just a few hours' time as Nate Diaz prepares to fight Tony Ferguson in the main event of UFC 279. That is the new main event of UFC 279. Now, this is the fight that should have happened in the first place. We all know that Diaz versus Shimaev was obviously not a good idea and wasn't exactly the best matchmaking decision from the UFC. So, in terms of prediction, I just want to say that honestly, I don't care who wins this fight because all I care about is that we are finally getting two absolute fan favorites in the form of Nate Diaz and Tony Ferguson square off inside the octagon. And I think I speak on behalf of a lot of fans who just want to see Ferguson and Diaz put together a fight for the ages. I mean, we have two absolute fan favorites here, and this fight guarantees a win for either Ferguson or Nate Diaz, given the fact that both men have been on a losing streak as of late. Personally, I do think that a win would favor someone like Tony Ferguson a lot more because obviously he has lost his last four fights in a row and has finally decided that it was time for him to move back up to the welterweight division. So in his welterweight return, I really hope that El Kukui ends his losing streak because honestly, I don't think that Nate Diaz really cares about a win or a loss here as he's on his way out of the UFC anyway. And we all know that this fight will probably mark the end of an era as it's possibly the last time we see a Diaz brother compete inside the octagon. So it is quite a historic night. So yeah, with that being said, I do think that a win for Tony Ferguson is going to do wonders for him, especially in terms of his confidence because the fight that was originally given to him was for his welterweight return was against Li Jingliang. And honestly, it felt like that the UFC simply wanted to feed Ferguson to a beast like Li Jingliang in what would have ended being a one-sided fight in favor of the Chinese fighter. But now this is Ferguson's moment to get back on track. This is the fight that he knows that he needs to win because Nate Diaz honestly has nothing to lose here. He's leaving the UFC definitely after this fight and possibly competing in the world of boxing in the near future maybe. Whereas if Ferguson ends up losing a fifth fight in a row, there are chances that alongside Nate Diaz, El Kukui might also be on the verge of being let go by the UFC. So yeah, of course, I'm quite sure that none of us want to see both Diaz and Ferguson depart the UFC after this weekend, almost at the same time. So yeah, as it stands, I'm really expecting a good, solid stand-up fight between these two men, despite both of them being in their late 30s. This honestly is a perfect stylistic matchup for both these guys, especially if you throw in the added factor that both Nate and Tony still have quite a good cardio. And in terms of an official prediction, I don't think I can make one because honestly, for the first time in a while, I think it's fair to say that the most of us aren't exactly picking sides in this fight because let's be honest, if you're a hardcore UFC fan, you probably love both Nate Diaz and Tony Ferguson and would be happy with either one of these fighters winning the main event of UFC 279. I mean, this is just me expressing the happiness on behalf of a lot of fans, I believe, just because of the fact that the UFC has finally decided to give us a fight like Nate Diaz and Tony Ferguson. I'm just glad that we get to see two absolute veterans of this sport get this main event spot that they totally deserve, get this fight against each other that they totally deserve. Nothing but love and respect for both Tony and Nate Diaz. And yeah, let's just hope for a good, solid UFC 279 pay-per-view featuring the likes of Kevin Holland, Khamzat Chimaev, Daniel Rodriguez, and Li Jingliang in the other welterweight bouts as well. And with that being said, that's it for the short video. I will see you guys in a few hours for the UFC 279 watch along and live discussion. Happy fight day, everyone, and thanks for watching this video.